Kevin, I'm just wondering if you can walk us through, what it is. Steve said that, this hurts. It hurts all of us. Is that reflective of what you're feeling, or how do you reflect on this?
Yeah, we want to win. We want to win every game we play. We want to win a championship every year, just like every team. So the last game of the season, you lose, that shit gonna sting for a second. But the beauty of our profession is we get up and keep going. Everybody on this team is works extremely hard. They care about the game. So we get ready for next year.
This summer, I think you spent a lot of time just looking back on what you experienced this year, figure out what avenues you took were positive, what you'd reconsider, all that sort of stuff that you always should do to review. I think all of us look at last year with disappointment. It's important for us to worry about what we could have controlled and done better last year, not made excuses for guys that got hurt.
I've talked to different guys throughout the off season and after the finals was over. I remember texting with KD and just being like, that should have been us. He texted back and said, in due time, brother. That's what he said. And that's the best way to look at it. You know what I mean? We just got to put the work in, and it's the beauty of the NBA. You always get another season to come back and try it.
We have a hunger to come out and redeem ourselves. We're not shying away, again, from having championship expectations, playing for a championship. We know what the caliber of this team is capable of doing, and so anything less, we'd be shortchanging ourselves.
One team wins every year, and everyone else grows a bigger resolve and a deeper resolve to be better. We own that we're out to win a championship. We own that. But it's a process, and you have to try to win that process to be there at the end.
What were your goals heading into the offseason?
There was numerous goals. One of them, the big one, was just let's not try and screw this up, because we knew we had a pretty formidable team, but they hadn't had the opportunity to play together. So, when you only play half a dozen games as a group, there's a lack of team chemistry, continuity. So I think this one was going to be about who can we bring back from that roster, and then the additions of high IQ players, first and foremost, guys that want to compete at the highest level.
I think our entire roster improved in the sense of we have more experience. And then honestly, we have a full year together, a full training camp and a full year to get better. I think that's like the most fun, exciting part about it.
That's a great feeling, knowing that you're going to go to war with these guys. And it's good to start camp with everybody healthy. Coaching staff an extra year under their belt as well, knowing players, knowing what we need to do as a team. And continuity is an underrated part of winning. We're grateful for that, start of a new grind.
Week started off with just a little bit of good news. Kevin Durant announced this afternoon he's agreed to a 4-year extension with the Brooklyn Nets.
This is a huge, huge moment for the Brooklyn Nets.
This is where I wanted to play, set up shop. Love playing for the fans here, love being in New York and Brooklyn and playing with my teammates. That was the most important thing. Having this group of guys here made it easier for me to come back.
People gravitate to Kevin, people want to play with him, so we're going to build around him. We're going to build with his vision in mind, knowing that a guy of his ilk is going to be here and signed up to do something special in the borough.
It says a lot about where his heart is, where his mindset is, how he's becoming a culture builder in that sense, and bringing a championship here.
You've seen the culture of the Nets starting to change, the expectations of the team start to change.
I think the culture here is always evolving. How many culture drivers can we have in here? And I include, the entire staff, the coaching staff, performance, but it's the players too. I mean, they have to be culture drivers. They need to be part of a winning, competitive, collaborative environment. And I think that's what Kevin saw. Kevin saw a group that didn't shy away from honest conversations. They wanted to compete at the highest level, owned a goal, We didn't shy away from the fact that this is why we're here, this is why we're building this team.
When you put it all together, we have vocal leaders, we have guys that lead by example, we have guys that bring energy every day, and I think we have enough of a mix of personalities that we will be able to bring the energy and the juice every day. But most importantly, our guys love the game and want to be here. So I think that's the ingredients to building a great environment.
All right, let's go straight to dynamic warm-up, scripting, and we're hoping. All right, let's go. Let's get sharp. Bring it in. Come on.
Anytime you go away and have a camp like this, I think it brings people together. We spend time together for an extended period in one place. I think it's helpful. So I think the guys have gotten plenty of time together on and off the floor and start to build and pick up where we left off last year.
I like that we get a full training camp with each other. We get some time to, get used to each other out there on the floor. We can talk out schemes and philosophies the first day of camp, and we could build those habits from day one.
Build this thing, right? Don't get discouraged by things not being pretty smooth, feeling right now. It's just keep building every day. Good shit. Come on. There we go. Tell me on 3, 1, 2, 3, 10.
I really feel like I've been growing every single day, and I'm starting to understand the game a little bit more, and I just kind of simplified it for myself. Really try to approach every rep as trying to be the best that I can be, and everything outside of that will take care of itself.
I can always go back and say, watch Kevin. Look what Kevin did. We have incredible player development coaches here, but then they look at Kevin and they look how he's carrying himself out there, and the level that he wants to take his craft to is something that you can sit back and just kind of watch and try and emulate. So it's great for our young guys. Everybody around the league knows how much time he spends. He knows what's at stake and wants to make the most, of the remainder of his career.
That's why he's one of the greatest players of all time, because he has a deep, deep love for the game of basketball. He wants to win, he wants to perform, and he puts in the time and effort consistently to be there. It's not just the talent, it's the talent plus the passion to do the work every day. And so it's a huge ingredient into why he is who he is and why he's had so much success.
I wish Kevin Durant a happy 33rd birthday. Yeah. Come on. With the full emotional range, or else we'll have to do something to make up for it today, all right? Come on now. Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
All right, man, that's it.
Happy birthday.
Oh, my God. Yeah, there you go. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Reset, KD. Catch it.
First training camp here, I think it's been going very, very well. We've had some pretty good days, and so now it's just time to take what we've been taught and what we've been practicing and preaching and go out there and execute on the court. The build-up has been great, and guys are really coming together.
We want to win and be a successful basketball team that plays good basketball, that lives up to our expectations within our room, within our principles. That's a process that you got to find rewarding. If you're thinking about fast-forwarding to the playoffs, you're skipping steps with a team that's very new. These days are important and helpful for us.
We're not living in the past, and we're not trying to look too far in the future. We're really trying to focus day to day and build championship habits more in the moment.
It's even scarier, man. some of the pieces that we added to this team. You know, where there's times where throughout the course of a game, you got guys that have been battle tested that you can trust, you know, that you can go to war with.
It's just a level of continuity on both sides of the ball, being in sync with one another defensively, sacrificing for each other, picking each other up, giving up good shots for great shots, just playing selfless basketball.
We got high IQ guys, and we're looking forward to building something special, you know, as we step out on the floor. We want to come out there and play a great brand of basketball every night, and we hold ourselves to that standard. So I expect us to come out there with some swagger and some intensity.
We showed glimpses last year. This year it's going to be a different story.